in like questions or whatever, just walking past. So they've been asking this question, and they asked a woman on the podcast recently, would you rather be a side chick to a athlete, like a current athlete, or would you rather be married to a plumber?
All right, let's get right to it. Greetings to everybody. How's everybody doing? I came across a really interesting topic watching, scrolling social media. I watch a show called Truth After Dark with Azar and Paul Pierce. They used to play basketball for the Celtics. The topic was, would you rather be a side chick, women? Would you rather be the side chick of an athlete or someone affluent? Or would you rather be the wife of a plumber or an average 9-to-5 worker? So what I did is I came up with a couple things.
She answered like, that's really hard. And Tony Baker responded to it and was like, shut the hell up. He's like, I'm so sick of these conversations. Like, why is that even hard to answer, right? Like, you would rather be a side chick to Stephon Diggs than be a married to a plumber who can actually have a successful plumbing. Plumbers make money. I hope y'all know that. Plumbers can have it's not an attractive job, but there's a thing now where women are like, I only want a man with an attractive job.
So what I did is I came up with a couple things. Excuse my notepad. I got some notes that I took. Just thinking and being me, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little random, but I'm gonna try to keep it a buck with you. You know what I mean? So I got some pros and cons for each. Okay, so just follow along and tell me what you think as we react to this entire video. You know, not the entire thing, some clips. But so I've got pros and cons, like I said, for being a side chick or for being a wife of a 9-to-5er. You know what I mean? So first of all, if you are deciding to be that side chick to an athlete or somebody with money, I got 3 pros and I got 3 cons. The first pro of being a side chick is you're gonna eat good and you're gonna shop good. You know what I mean? Athletes, people with money, love to eat. Let it eat. First of all, if they're an athlete, they gotta have nutrition. They're trying to get steaks, shrimp, you know what I mean? Seafood. They're not about to eat no ramen noodles. You know what I mean? There's gonna be some good cuisine, good restaurants, expensive, 5-star chefs. You know what I mean? The chefs coming to the crib to cook. It's gonna be a vibe. All right, so you'll eat good, all right? Second, and you'll shop as well. Second, you're gonna have good sex, okay? A man that has multiple women has an ego. He wants to try to really take care of the woman that he's dealing with. You know what I mean? Even if it's a couple, you know what I mean? He's gonna try to turn you out with him. He cares about his performance. He may see you once a month, once a week, once every 2 months, whatever it is. When you see him, he's got a mission. He's gonna try to put it down, all right? So the sex is probably gonna be incredible, you know what I mean? If he cares, you know what I mean? The third thing that might surprise you as a pro to being a side chick is you can really focus on yourself. If you have it in your mind or you know that you're somebody's side chick, you don't have to be like women in relationships that give all their time and love and support to a guy that may or may not pan out for them. But knowing that you're a side chick, what else do you have to do? You're not gonna have the athlete that you have, you know, on the side, and then you're gonna have this hardworking 9-to-5 guy that you're in a relationship with. You know what I mean? No, you really can focus on yourself. You know what I mean? The time that you be putting in a relationship, you can put into your business, into your craft, your profession, your education, whatever it is. You know what I mean? So you got a lot of free time. You working on his schedule, he gives you enough of what you need. It could be the shopping, it could be the food, it could be money. He could give you a lifestyle change, possibly, but you got time to focus on yourself. You know, because an athlete may not be attracted to someone, or someone with money may not be attracted to someone just sitting on their butt. So if you're out getting it and he's your side piece, you can really focus on yourself.
Yeah.
Like construction, man, they make bank. Longshoremen's like, they make money. Like, they're making like a cool amount to really be able to put you up, get you somewhere cracking. But women are like, I only want attractive jobs now, which are what? I guess, athletes, actors, musicians, entertainment, sports and entertainment. And the people rather be a side chick than married to a man who has a successful business. That's not an attractive job. That blows me. That blows me. I don't give a damn if a man was changing lights and he was making cool money and he had me sitting right. Because you know what? A lot of women get with these men and they don't even take care of them financially. You just like the idea that they have money and the man ain't even doing shit for you. Period. You just like the idea of, oh, I'm with this man. Oh, I'm messing with this person. You just like that idea, but you don't even be getting nothing. But this plumber man could be building you a whole life, build you a house, have you a whole house, cars, everything good, really taking care of you and respecting you like you're his wife.
The cons to being a side chick. You're never going to have a commitment. Once you start off being a side piece, you'll never be in a relationship with that individual. All right? Why's my eye watering? Okay, whatever. Second thing, disease possibilities. You got to deal with money and he's going around and moving around and traveling. How many times do you think he's using a condom? Especially if it's somebody he really desires and all this other stuff. People ain't using condoms no more. Let's just keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Some people are, some people ain't. But the probability of you getting a disease, high. All right? So just know that if you are someone's side chick, he got a lot of chicks. You understand what I'm saying? So the probability or possibility of you getting a disease, high, right? The third con, no respect. You will not get that man's respect. If you allow him to do what he wants to do and he can break you off some bread and, you know what I mean, just kind of keep you in a cut, the respect is never going to be there. You're going to be somebody that he talks about with his homies about how I ran through shorty and I did this and I did that. You're never going to get his respect, all right? And by the way, this ain't about bashing ladies, because ladies, I'm going to flip it around on men. I got another situation for them later, all right? Other side. Now, if you decide to be that wife of the plumber, there's some pros and cons. I got 3 of each. Pros. You can grow together. You can grow together. You might be equally yoked. He's working, you're working. You guys can have joint accounts. I wouldn't recommend that. But y'all can really grow together. You know what I mean? You can also, second pro, raise a family. You don't have to worry about him being gone. He's home every night. You have some stability. You know what I mean? You can teach your children, lead by example. You know what I mean? You can have a really, really, really nice, little slower life, but it's a little bit more predictable, but it's safe. You understand what I'm saying? And then the third is you have a level of consistency. You know, someone working a 9 to 5, someone that's coming home every night gives you that extra security because they're home. You can see them. You can talk to them. They have a routine. They have a schedule. So it can put you at ease, okay? If you're a woman out there getting, or if you're a housewife, you know what I mean? Either way, it provides a level of consistency. Now, the 3 cons to being the housewife or the wife of the 9 to 5 plumber or person that may not be as affluent financially. First con, the sex might be bad. It might be routine. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the harder you work in life sometimes, the less money you make. Stay with me. Understand what I'm saying? The harder you work, I didn't say the longer you work, the harder you work may determine how great this sex is and how easy life is, okay? If you're a man that's out there doing construction or doing welding, paving the pavement, paving the pavement. If you're doing a job that's a little bit more difficult, that requires a lot of physical stress and strength, you're gonna come home and perform. You know what I mean? Blow somebody back out when you've been with a jackhammer all day? Nah. You're trying to lay back, maybe have her get on top, give her that lazy D, you know what I mean? That's what you might do. You understand what I'm saying? So the sex, ladies, he not about to break your back. It ain't gonna be that type of situation. You understand what I'm saying? He gonna try to get it how he can get it, try to get you off possibly, or he might just go to sleep. He may not give you none. You know what I mean? Second thing is you may have financial issues, you know, which could be a con. Now, obviously, you know, you can contribute to the household as well. But, you know, a lot of the 9-to-5s, let's just say he's not a plumber. He may be trying to figure it out. He may not have enough flexibility financially to really do more than what you would want to do. Things could get really routine. You know, instead of taking that high price vacation or eating at that 5-star steakhouse, you may be just trying to pay the bills when there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? You may have a budget that you have to stay within, you know, so that might be something that's a con to you, depending on what you want in life, you know. And the third con is infidelity. The 9-to-5 guy, because of the routine, because of the familiarity, he might be more prone to cheat. Yeah, listen to what I'm saying. If you have a schedule, he has a schedule. The sex is routine. He may not feel appreciated. He may not feel important. You may not feel that way. But the chances of him cheating or stepping out of the relationship could be just as high as somebody with a lot of money. So that's a con. You got to be careful with that. So that's just my take. That's my reaction to the video. I hope that you like, comment, share, subscribe. And again, thank you for speaking with CJ. I'll talk to y'all soon. We got some more topics coming. Peace.